Going to have a lot to work with this year.
What is Mike when?
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final and with Brick.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Here are the five for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cousins in at the power forward position. And for the Nuggets, we've got Gordon. Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the small forward spot.
Well, I love the concentration. Simply stated, when Aaron Gordon is this locked in, he is very difficult to deal with.
Right side George. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Here's Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. Here's George. Oh! That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Nice. That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Now here's Murray. Porter looking it over. Now the pass to Jokic. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. With the fadeaway. It's rebounded by Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Here is Porter after the Clippers pick up 2. To the wing on the left. Murray dishes to Porter. Back to Murray. Barton right side. Off target with his 3. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to lead. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Guy is a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
And Barton gets it to go on the assist by Murray.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Beverly for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
And Barton throws it down.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Outside Leonard. Back to Beverly. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in. 1:58 left to play in the first quarter. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Now here's Jackson. 1:27 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Kennard. Outside for Jackson. Clock at 6. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Green passes to Millsap. And Millsap slams it in.
How many times have we seen Millsap throw it down? We've known about his leaping ability for years.
Pass to man. Here's Kennard. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Passes it to Millsap. Rivers surveying the D. Here's Morris. That one drops for him.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Batum against Green. Campazzo. A three-pointer off the mark. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 1. And the second quarter about to get... We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach to each game.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Paul Millsap out there with Green. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Rivers. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Batum, and he makes good on the layup.
Boy, Ibaka is such a great teammate. This guy is always willing to find the open man.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the three ball.
Clippers with the ball. Jackson looking it over. Millsap with the steal. Morris against Jackson. Morris, no good. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Denver. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And there's the pass to Kennard. Here's Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And Millsap slams it in.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Jackson has the open look, and the three ball is good. Jackson's got himself on the board with three there.
The improved touch of Jackson, especially from range, now making him a multi-dimensional threat.
Pass to Morris. To the paint, here's Millsap. That one falls. Millsap's got 8 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Leonard on the wing. Millsap covering. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Millsap. Porter comes in for Green. Will Barton, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And Murray subbed in for Morris. Murray against Beverly. Inside. And stolen by Cousins. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Leonard. Jokic grabs the miss.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard with the ball. Good on the shot.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this scene.
To the middle. Here's Gordon. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Down low. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers. And for the Nuggets, their shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Barton passes to Jokic. They need this. Great D that time from Leonard.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
They grab their own miss. Back to Kennard. George dishes to Leonard. And it's good off the back rim and in. And it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, we know this about Kawhi Leonard. He can score at all 3 levels, taking advantage of the mid-range game there.
Porter kicks to Murray. Back to Porter from deep. Paul George with the steal. And up the floor again, the Clippers running the floor. Beverly finds Leonard. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. Paul George with the steal.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Leonard against Gordon. Pass to Murray. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Murray's got his first points of the game.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
And so it's Los Angeles. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. And for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in two different settings.
Yeah, I mean, two very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. George finds Leonard. Porter with the steal. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi. Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You see, Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for the Clippers, Mann's checked in, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. The Nuggets trail by 17. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Morris against Leonard. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 5. Denver passing it around. Fires the 3. And another miss by Denver.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
Leonard with the bucket.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And here is Morris. Kicks to Rivers. Back to Morris. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Rivers. The Nuggets have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. The Nuggets making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Los Angeles leading by 18. Outside, George. Ibaka outside. Feeds it to Leonard. Good, nice job down low. 14 points for Kawhi Leonard.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Back to Morris. And the layup falls.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. And it's sent back by George.
Paul George, tremendous vertical. How fast does he get off his feet?
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
To the inside. It's stolen by Ibaka. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Nobody near George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 11 here in this quarter alone. Morris passes to Millsap. Back to Morris. That's short off the rim.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Passes it to Gordon. 35 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Paul George with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. From deep. And it's Denver with the rebound. To halt the run. Morris, no good. And the Clippers, another fast break opportunity here. It's stolen. Here's Jokic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
It's his first trip to the line.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
Just 4 seconds left in the third. Leonard with no one around. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Murray, Aaron Gordon out there with Porter, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Barton in at the shooting guard.
Kawhi Leonard, still one of the hardest working players in the league, active on the offensive glass there.
Murray outside. Right wing, lets it go from deep. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Patterson comes in for Leonard. Marcus Morris is checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Just 5 on the clock. Morris with the bucket.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Murray finds Rivers. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. Jackson against Murray. 6 to shoot. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. And the pass to Kennard. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Outside for Jackson. Stolen by McGee. Rivers against Kennard. And then Rivers with the dunk.
There is a sneaky athleticism when you're talking Austin Rivers. He goes to the cup with authority.
Pass to Kennard. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
They get it back. Green. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Outside Jackson. And the Clippers miss again. Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
How about the strength of Murray finishing the shot off easily?
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul called.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the free throw, no good.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence,
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Murray with it. Leonard picks him up. Back to Murray. He kicks it to McGee. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
and so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for George.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Rivers, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Ibaka. Ibaka drawing the double team. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Ibaka.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And a deep three from George. Rebound by Murray. Rivers finds Murray. A three ball. Pass to Dozier. Leonard with the steal. Beverly the pass to George. From deep three-point range. Can't get it to fall. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Coming up next, the Mavericks taking on the Clippers. For the Dallas Mavericks, it's the NBA Live on 2K Sports on this Tuesday afternoon. Joined by Greg Anthony. Here are the five for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Ibaka in at center. And for Dallas, Kleba is the four with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's George. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Leonard, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
I love it, Kawhi. When you have skills from the mid-range, you don't need to force anything.
Out to the wing, and stolen by Cousins. And it's George finishing it off.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Doncic against Beverly. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Beverly wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Did you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
They shoot again. Porzingis can't hit.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
George finds Beverly. It's George on the wing, guarded by Hardaway. Lets it go with a 3. George, no good.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Back to Hardaway. Porzingis against Ibaka. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. The offensive rebound. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. And it's George finishing it off.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Pass to Porzingis. 1:37 left in the first. Back to Doncic. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Here's Kleba. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The three from George. That shot off the mark. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Mavericks trail by 7, and even 3-on-3 break. 54 seconds left to play here in the first. Leonard against Hardaway. The drive by Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Here's Leonard. Porzingis with the block. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Richardson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, he's put up zeros for an entire quarter. Not the way you try to get back into this ball game.
Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
I mean, in transition, Josh Richardson is fast with or without the ball in his possession.
And here's Leonard from 3. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Clippers on top, up by 3. And we'll be back shortly for... Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, you know, and it's fun, and it's light.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing? And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Here's the pass to Melly. Leonard with the steal and pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
You see, that is just rude. Kawhi picks it, triggers the fast break. See ya.
Doncic with it. Feeds to Powell. Kicks it out to Richardson. Pass to Doncic. Now Powell. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And a five-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Doncic. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. Pass to Finney-Smith. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Richardson outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Hardaway's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. George is checked in. Outside Jackson. There's the triple. The shot off that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Richardson. And that one, good. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Outside Hardaway. To the right side. Stolen by George. Jackson with it. Hardaway picks him up. Jackson passes to Ibaka. Jackson dishes to Ibaka. Outside for Jackson. Here's the three. Good on the triple. And now an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
Looking at Reggie's motion, it's a little bit of a push shot, but able to get it to go.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Clippers leading by 8. Nobody near George. And another three for the Clippers.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Passes to Kleba. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by George. To the paint. Richardson the pass to Cauley-Stein. 5 on the clock. Back to Hardaway, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. On the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley-Stein, and Luka Doncic subbed in for Josh Richardson. 54 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And George kicks to Jackson. Shoots it. Kleba with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Finney-Smith passes to Kleba. Out left to the wing. Outside Hardaway. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
George, that's a two-pointer. And the shot falls short this time. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 11. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis, trying to end the drought, and the layup is up and in.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
George looking over the floor, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding a 3. And that'll do it for us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverley, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2. Doncic against Leonard. Out to the right wing. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. 4 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot.
Locked down. Leonard, a smothering force on the defensive end.
It's not going to go for him. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
George passes to Leonard. Porzingis with the steal. One-on-one fast break. It's deflected. It's stolen by Ibaka. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball. And George with the stuff.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Misses the 3.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
George finds Beverly. Hardaway against George. Porzingis with the block. Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
George against Hardaway. Here's Cousins. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 7.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Outside, Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Hardaway. No good from outside. Clippers leading by 7. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. On the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Josh Richardson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Zubac kicks to Kennard. Here's Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
To the left wing. Back to Doncic. Porzingis inside. Leonard's there. Porzingis finds Brunson. They get it again.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Leonard, that's for 2. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Back to Richardson. The pass to Brunson. And the 3 off target. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And it's good for 2. Leonard's got 6.
Hitting only 1 of 5 this quarter. He's in a little bit of a slump, but it looks like he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Left side, Porzingis. Doncic outside. No good on the triple.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Powell. Kennard, the pass to Beverly. The Clippers rebound. Powell with the steal. He could go. Unable to get that one. And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. We've got more in store for you. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Melly in at the 4 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Kennard kicks to Ibaka. And stolen by Richardson. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. Floats it up for Doncic. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Jackson looking around. Outside Ibaka. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 7. Brunson the pass to Doncic. Back to Brunson. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Porzingis with the steal. Brunson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Doncic outside. Richardson outside. Pass to Porzingis. 5 to shoot. And it's in there.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Clippers leading by 5. Outside Jackson. The dish to Leonard. Kennard on the wing. Outside Jackson. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Nice D from Porzingis. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Melly. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. Hardaway is subbed in for Richardson. Pass to Finney-Smith. And here's Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Doncic finds Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Kleber against Leonard. Down low. A steal. And they're moving it up. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Two shots.
That free throw missing.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
And he sinks the second.
Well, they should be looking at a three-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Doncic against Beverly. Right side Porzingis. To take the lead. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 11 points. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
1:36 left in the game. To the wing right side. Here's Kleba. It's hauled in by George.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Beverly against Doncic. Inside. It's stolen by Ibaka. Beverly against Doncic.
This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Passes it to Leonard. Three-pointer. That shot no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. And it's off from three-point range. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. Leading by 5. And George gets it to go.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Doncic, no good. Outside, George from deep. The three from Leonard, but they get it back. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. A stunning view of the moon over our... Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Jamal Murray. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Barton in at the 2 guard. And for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Now here's Doncic. And these two teams, Brent, known for playing a more methodical pace. When you think of the elite half-court offenses, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I have a location for you, Kevin. It's Utah. And I have 2 names for you, Stockton and Malone. and how good those guys were, not just in pick and roll, but in overall half-court execution. Man, it was surgical.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Marjanovic with it. Doncic outside. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Mavericks shooting their first foul shot of the game. And the technical free throw is good. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Now here is Hardaway. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Hardaway passes to Doncic. Murray with the defensive effort.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Here's Gordon. Outside for Murray. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slings it in.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Doncic. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
For Dallas, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. That free throw good from Porzingis.
Well, the talent for Porzingis is off the charts, and the 7'3" Latvian has some incredible post moves, a lethal jumper. Just keep pushing his talent envelope.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. Passes it to Murray. No good on the three. Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Porzingis finds Hardaway. Here's Finney-Smith. Banked in off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
To the middle. Left side, Porter. That shot missing, and it's Dallas the other way. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Stolen by Gordon. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And he gets the bucket. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Now, so polished in his all-around game, I'm not surprised to see Jokic roaring down there on the fast break.
Doncic feeling it out. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Back to Doncic. The pass to Marjanovic. Down low. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot in his offensive game now.
Jokic trying to free himself up. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Doncic against Murray. And here is Doncic. The tray. Jokic grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. The shot, no good. Now Denver takes it the other way. Gordon with it. Out guarded by Porzingis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Official. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few.
Selfless. I mean, you need to
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
Jalen Brunson out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Melli in a power forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Ball dishes to Green. Ball the pass to Morris. Outside, Green puts up a 3. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bull can't hit. Mavericks leading by 4. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Here's Melli. Millsap covering. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's Doncic missing.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Pass to Morris. Back to Millsap. Pass to Rivers. Denver passing it around. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Rivers against Richardson. Rivers passes to Morris. They kick it out to Green. Millsap at the elbow. Morris dishes to Bull. Inside, here's Millsap. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Richardson attacking. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Man, sometimes there's dunks and then there's mean dunks. That was a mean dunk.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And he's able to get it back. To the inside. Second shot opportunity. Stolen by Brunson. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Richardson tips it back in. Richardson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Mavs.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And stolen by Bull. Stolen by Brunson. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Here's Bull. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley-Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Luka Doncic. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Millsap. Aaron Gordon comes in for JaMychal Green. Will Barton, he's checked in for Rivers. And Murray subbed in for Morris. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Murray kicks the ball. It's Hardaway with the drive. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Jokic passes to Bull. Oh!
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
And again, Dallas turns it over. Porter outside, and that one released in time, but no good. And the first half is now in the books. Mavericks. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but we'll be right back out here for the start of the third.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Oof. That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then it's Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Barton finds Gordon. Porzingis with the rebound.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
It's Barton with the drive, and Barton throws it down.
And that's the explosive speed once again from Barton. Blew past the D on the drive to the rim.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Porter. Murray outside. And it's Murray with the jam.
Surprising quickness. Murray bearing his head down and just sprinting to the rack.
Doncic outside. From deep three-point range, they get a hand on it.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Murray. shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, I not only like the attack, but I love the angle of attack from Jamal Murray that time.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
Here's Brunson. It doesn't go for him. Now Denver takes it the other way. Left side, Porter. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. The pass to Marjanovic. Brunson against Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Hardaway. Trying to get something going, and the layup is good. Hardaway has got his second basket.
That's a hard-nosed play from Hardaway, absorbing contact and not taking no for an answer.
Pass to Millsap. Hardaway against Morris. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And they're able to recover. Here's Jokic. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
1:11 left to play in the third. Marjanovic kicks to Brunson. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got 4 points this quarter.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Pass to Morris. Now, here's Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Outside Gordon.
Oh, great ball movement there.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Now, Doncic, 10 points for him. Passes it to Porzingis. That one goes in. Porzingis has got 8.
How about the touch from Porzingis, demonstrating just how comfortable he is operating in that area of the floor.
Here's Rivers. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Rivers has got the lead up to 1 now for the Nuggets. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nuggets ahead. Ending. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Porzingis. Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Melli in at the 4-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And it's Green missing. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 1. And there it is for him.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
And they double up Gordon. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
So it's Denver now. Bull the pass to Rivers. Goes up again. Now the pass to Bull. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. 6 points for Bull.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Pass to Brunson. Shoots the three. Kicks it out to Richardson. Tries again. Porzingis can't hit. Denver in the lead. Gordon with no one around. From outside, off the mark. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Porzingis passes to Richardson. Doncic outside. Back to Brunson. Porzingis against Rivers. Shot clock at 3. Richardson for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Gordon. Yep, it counts. Now it's a 3-point Nugget lead.
Well, Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Brunson finds Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That free throw good from Doncic.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Melly. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Richardson. And the shot goes in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Porzingis feeling it out a bit. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
And Porzingis in the aggressive mindset in this one. Knows he's a problem for the defense, especially on the drive.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Here's Jokic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, Jokic needed it, and he got it.
Outside Hardaway. Doncic against Morris. From 10 feet out, and the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Doncic.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Oh, and they take the lead. And the Mavericks lead by 1. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Morris, no good. The drive by Doncic. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Porter dishes to Morris. Takes the 3. Here's Jokic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here.
Well, it's interesting when Jokic was playing with Nurkic, and they cleared the room for Jokic to take over at the center position. He's taken on that responsibility. He's taken on the star role. He's accepting it and excelling at it.
Marjanovic kicks to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. Doncic outside. It's stolen by Morris. Left side, Porter. It falls!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
Now I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Pass to Finney-Smith. This one for 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Morris kicks to Barton. Back to Morris. Porter passes to Jokic. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Look, Jokic continues to get confidence. He is becoming that guy for this team.
Murray's checked in for the Nuggets. He sinks the clutch free throw.
Not only ties it up with the hoop, but puts them in front now with the free throw. That could be the play of the game if they come out on top.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Doncic. Oh, no good. Got it.
And they do have a foul to give.
Porter looking it over. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 7 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
That's not a bad heads-up play there for Murray. Easily going into the contact and earning the whistle.
And so making both free throws. That'll give them the lead here. Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And this is it, guys. Down 1. They've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot. And it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
Tipped away. Here's Porzingis. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony. And nothing.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Aaron Gordon. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And for Los Angeles, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. And it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. And it goes down 2 points. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. We're about 1 minute into the first. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Patrick Beverly is the kind of competitor every team wants. Gets himself a trip to the free throw line.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Morris. Both free throws good from Beverly. First quarter, just over a minute played. Murray against Beverly. The pass to Barton. To the paint, and stolen by Cousins. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Trying to get open as Ibaka. Barton with it. George picks him up. Barton kicks to Gordon. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And so just over a minute and a half played. They get it back. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Back to Jokic. Here's the floater.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
And here's George for 3. And the Clippers miss again.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got his second bucket.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Gordon inside. He's guarded by Cousins, and the basket by Gordon.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Inside. Outside for George. 6 to shoot. And George with the stuff.
Boy, you have got to love the energy Paul George is playing with. Throws the hammer down.
George against Barton. Here's Porter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jokic. JaMychal Green comes in for Gordon. Rivers, he's checked in for Will Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray.
Yeah, Paul George, a tremendous jump shooter. Squares up, knocks it down. The defense has got to be better.
Kennard with the ball. Picked up by Rivers. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Nobody near George. Off target from three-point range.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And Millsap slams it in.
Appreciate the hustle from Millsap there. Leaking out well and getting to the right spot.
Now here is George. 8 points for him. Here's Zubac. Pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
This is a case where it's just the pure strength of Paul George, able to fight through contact so well on these shots.
Bol, he's checked in for Michael Porter. The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Now, here's Green. No points in the game yet for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Denver, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And both free throws good for Green. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Canard. Jackson dishes to George. Back to Jackson. There's the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Rivers passes to Bull. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. Morris, no good. Clippers leading by 7. George passes to Morris, and Morris throws it down.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Morris. Kicks it to Rivers. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Clippers on top. They lead by 9. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes.
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Cole is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Rivers, and it's Green in its small forward. Morris into the lane. Millsap. Morris with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Down by 12. Offensive rebound. Bull, that's good. Bull's got his first points in this one.
The towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
And here's George for 3. Kept alive. Outside for Jackson. Takes a 3. And there's Paul George on the assist by Jackson. George has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers. Stolen by Jackson. Dishes it to George. From the arc. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Consistent shooter from outside the arc. Paul George is terrific at finding space when he needs to get a shot off.
Out to Morris. Denver passing it around. Gordon with no one around. Goes back up. And the rejection by Zubac. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Millsap. He gets that one. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one and Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Outside, George. Jackson against Rivers. It's Jackson with the drive. And the wide open shot from Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Nuggets trail by 17. Morris kicks to Bull. And And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Outside, George. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Off target from outside. Nuggets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Stolen by George. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. From 12 feet out. Here's Zubac. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. Baca comes in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Luke Kennard.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Los Angeles leading by 18. The pass to Zubac. He kicks it to Leonard. 36 seconds left in the first half.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Right side, Green. Murray with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Murray dishes to Green. Back to Murray. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And Murray is so deadly with the catch and shoot, Jay. When the D isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with it.
Cousins, no one around him. Drops in the tray. Cousins has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Barton right side. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. For Denver, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. All free throws good from Barton. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 20 points, 2 assists, and... That's all for now.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Baca is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in a 2-guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Both free throws good from Barton. And here's Beverley. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Beverly's got 5.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Left side of Ibaka. Leonard on the wing. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. The Nuggets trail by 18. Murray outside. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And now the Clippers on the break. Beverley with the ball. Offensive rebound. Morris kicks to Beverly. Pass to George. Beverly dishes to George. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. George has got 23.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Murray with it. Leonard picks him up. To the inside. It's stolen by Morris. Left side, George. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, we know that Paul George understands there's a certain point in the game when he's got to take over, and he's doing it now.
Jokic with the bucket.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
George looking over the floor. Pass to Leonard. For 3. That shot is off.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him, he's been struggling all night. Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Passes it to Leonard. Left side, Ibaka. Over Jokic. Another shot. And Leonard with the lay-in.
Well, an all-star willing to do all kinds of dirty work on the offensive end. Kawhi mixing it up.
There's the pass to Gordon. The kick out to Porter. Beverly against Murray. Pass to Jokic. Rebound by the Clippers.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
And Morris throws it down.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
And he jams it with authority.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the
yep.
flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Murray finds Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Pass to Beverly to the left side wing. Leonard looking over the floor. That shot misses.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Denver also making some changes. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jokic. JaMychal Green comes in for Aaron Gordon. And Monte Morris subbed in for Michael Porter. Beverly wide open. They get the rebound. Outside Leonard. A second chance effort. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Millsap against Ibaka. Murray outside. Here's Millsap. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Outside Leonard. Cousins inside. Kicks it out to Leonard. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been out. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. They've got Morris. JaMychal Green is out there with Bol. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the 2. Morris kicks to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Passes to Cousins. In the corner, Kennard with it. Doesn't go that time.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And Barton throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. And here we go, Murray heading to the hoop.
And the quick feet of Murray really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
Outside Leonard. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
The drive by Jokic. And oh boy, a lot of and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Jokic passes to Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Good on both.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant. It really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
And Leonard has it in the corner. He feeds it to Cousins. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Kicks it out to Leonard. 5 on the clock. The shot, no good. Good defense by Jokic. And here they go. Here's Murray. And the rejection by Cousins.
7'6" wingspan in the house, and he says, get it out of here.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. George passes to Beverly. Morris with the ball. Jokic defending. Back to Beverly. Outside Leonard. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical.
We are looking at the MVP of the 2014 finals. Can we remember that in that series, Kawhi Leonard shot 60% and he guarded LeBron James?
The Nuggets trail by 13. Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Los Angeles.
One of the areas that has been critical for them, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
A huge factor in this one, Kevin. The hustle on the offensive glass, the willingness to go after those rebounds, that was key.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Paul George.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Yep, that one goes.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And the pass to Leonard. Launches it. Rebound by Murray. Porter with it. Good.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of... Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Baca is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Shot clock at 6. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Leonard attacking. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Dallas again turning it over.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Back to Ibaka. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, The big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
George against Hardaway. Cousins trying to free himself up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Finney-Smith. Porzingis inside. Ibaka on him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
At 7'3", Porzingis is almost impossible to guard, especially when he's focusing on trying to score.
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Porzingis. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Pass to Beverly. Back to George. And there's the pass to Beverly. Clock at 6. And Ibaka kicks to George. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. Leonard against Porzingis. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
So both teams making some changes here. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Passes it to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. 1:53 left in the first quarter of the game. Yes, that goes in.
He's comfortable attacking in the painted area. Josh Richardson is using his size to make it look easy.
Jackson down low. Brunson covering. Here's Mann. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Kennard. Zubats with it. Kennard trying to break loose. No good from Zubats. Here's Finney-Smith. Powell, the pass to Brunson. Here's Finney-Smith. Richardson outside. Fires from deep. No good from Finney-Smith. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Leonard. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Pass to Finney-Smith. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. The offensive rebound. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Mann. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Leonard. And it's Melly with the rebound. The Mavericks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Cauley Stein, Luka Doncic out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in at the 2-guard spot. Cauley Stein against Zubac. Lets it fly from 18. Here's Powell. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Right side Jackson. And stolen by Richardson. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Basket counts. Powell's got his second basket of the night.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. Trying to get open as Ibaka. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Ball stolen. And here's the fast break. Jackson down low. Brunson covering. Count the basket. And now a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another. And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Nice open look, but it's no good. Clippers leading by 4 and stolen by Richardson. Here's Cauley Stein, finished off the break. Cauley Stein's got his first 2 points.
And that's how you start the fast break. Josh Richardson forcing the turnover. He did that in college, and he's doing it now.
There's the pass to Mann. Here's Zubac. And foul on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. 4 on the shot clock. Shoves over Powell. Ibaka, no luck. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Mavericks making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Josh Richardson. George with the stuff.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. It's rebounded by Leonard.
In a bump this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And there's George. That's good on the assist from Leonard. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Baca against Porzingis. Passes it to Finney-Smith for the 3. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
George against Hardaway. Outside Leonard. Cousins inside. Hardaway against George. He feeds it to Cousins. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Solid work by DeMarcus. Locates his spot, sets up quickly. That's how you catch and shoot in rhythm.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Down low. George with the defensive effort. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And you think about how Kawhi Leonard is able to dominate from the wing position at both.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Paul George really making a difference here.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, and sometimes the strategy in that case, don't let anyone else beat you. You know he's going to get his, so try and keep it to that.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Ibaka buries it down low. Ibaka's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Stolen by Beverly. Leonard kicks to George. Shoots over Doncic.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
It's George on the wing, guarded by Hardaway. George, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Porzingis. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis,
just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
George looking around. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got his second bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Doncic against Leonard. Lets it go. Kept alive. Second chance shot, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Back to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Kleba. Shoots over Cousins. Just 5 on the clock. Doncic, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And that one is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Hardaway with the steal. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Mann's checked in, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
.116 left to play in the third. To the middle, here's Mann, and he dunks it down.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Runs in the pass to Melly. Lob pass to Porzingis. Poked away and stolen by Cousins. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Pass to Kennard. Lets the three fly. Sinks the three-pointer. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Man with the rebound.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Here's Melly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Good on the bucket.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Outside Jackson. And a miss there on the triple. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Clippers on top as they end the third quarter with a massive 16-6 run. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Hardaway. And it's Doncic in at the 3, the small forward. Kleba with the bucket.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. To the paint. Porzingis with the steal. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. It's intercepted. Here's Cousins. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Brute strength of Cousins. Defenders draped all over him, and he simply brushes them off.
Now the pass to Kleba. Back to Doncic. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. The long distance 3 is buried.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Left side, Leonard. Six to shoot. That one wide left. Mavericks trail by 10. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Brunson, no good. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
George is checked in for the Clippers. And Dallas also making a switch. Finney-Smith's checked in. Now here's Leonard, guarded closely. The shot comes out. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Looking to get it going. And finished off by Leonard.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. That one misses. Nice D from Cousins. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Here's George. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Kleba kicks to Doncic. Dallas no good that time either. Los Angeles leading by 12. Right side George. Pass to Cousins. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. George passes to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
Inside, Finney-Smith. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that part.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Mavericks trail by 15.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Leonard.
Ooh, he put on a clinic tonight. Terrific vision, sees the whole floor, and he hits guys in their spots with pinpoint dimes.
Down low, Marjanovic kicks to Burke. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Just 3 to shoot. Burke can't get it to go. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
From deep three-point range, no good. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Even early on. David, thank you as always. And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on. Now, we'll look at Dallas' starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Nuggets, Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Gordon. And it's Porter at the 3, the small forward. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. Outside, Porter. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5, because listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Now here's Porter following the miss by Porzingis. And it's Gordon missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Nice work there from Doncic. Saw an opportunity to cash in and didn't let it go awry.
Jokic kicks to Barton. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
For Denver, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney-Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation. Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
And stolen by Murray. Barton with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. And Barton throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Up again. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Jokic has the ability to score from just about anywhere, but he's most dangerous inside. Tremendous skill in the painted area.
Poke loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. And the Nuggets with some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Porter. Austin Rivers comes in for Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. And then for Dallas, Josh Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Richardson. Just 4 to shoot. Porzingis snaps a 2, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Porzingis has got his second bucket tonight. Rivers looking over the floor. And here's Gordon from outside. And it's Millsap with the extra effort.
And, you know, rebounding is about knowing where the ball is going as well as pursuing it. And I like seeing him hit the offensive glass and go right back up with it.
Now, here's Kleber. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Richardson. And here is Doncic, covered by Morris. Doncic, no good. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. And here's Gordon from outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Kleber finds Brunson. Now Doncic. Offline with his 3.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Jokic, Millsap, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
And that one's good. Doncic.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Now here's Millsap. On the wing, Morris. Back to Millsap. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass. Jokic has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Gordon against Richardson. Now, here's Doncic. He's covered closely. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Nuggets lead by... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Melly in at the 4 slot. Powell, the pass to Brunson. Over Rivers. They grab their own miss. Powell lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Powell's got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
Pass to Barton. Green dishes to Barton. Back to Green. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Green's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
Here's Melly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. Shoots from the elbow. No good off the back of the rim. The Nuggets leading by 5. They kick it out to Green. A three-pointer, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Goes up to the stripe. Here's Powell. Can't hit that one. Now Denver takes it the other way. To the inside. And Barton throws it down.
And this is where Barton does his eating. Deep inside. Leaping with ease to punch it home.
A different look for Denver. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Nicolo Mello. Hardaway's checked in for Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
And stolen by Bol. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Porter outside. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's an 11-point Nugget lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic has checked in for Bol. Millsap comes in for Green. And Gordon subbed in for Barton. For three, Murray. It's rebounded by Dallas. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Passes it to Porzingis. There's 1:38 left now here in the second. Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Denver. There's Porter with the three. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 13. Kleber finds Porzingis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jokic.
Well, I tell you what, hard to contain Porzingis now. When he's being aggressive with it, the defense gets a little shaky.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Here is Porter following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. That three off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Porzingis against Jokic. And it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. 16 seconds left in the first half. Here's Jokic. Wide open look here for Murray. The putback. It's good on the putback. Jokic has got the lead up to 14 now for Denver.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
And stolen by Murray. And so it's Denver with a 14-point. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the... And that does it for our half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at shooting guard. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Now here's Porter. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Now here's Redick. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
You know, sometimes the great three-point shooters in the game don't carry that same success to the free throw line, but that's not the case with J.J. Redick. I mean, he's cash money from the stripe, too.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Bol, he's checked in for Denver. Green comes in for Gordon. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Here is Porter after Luka Doncic's bucket. Back to Porter. The pass to Murray. Bol kicks to Barton. Pass to Bol. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bol's got his second bucket.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bol. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Doncic outside. Left side, Redick. Shot clock at 5. Good on the three-point shot. Redick's got 6.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Bol, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, Bol with the unique combination of height and skill. That's a challenge for any defender.
First trip to the line for him here, and that one falls for Bol. A different look for Denver. Austin Rivers comes in for Michael Porter, and Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. It's tipped. Here's Finney-Smith, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The Nuggets with another miss. Mavericks trail by 8. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. They get it back. The shot, no good. The Nuggets have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Brunson. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Barton. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Barton's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, you know what? I think Barton does a nice job hitting the boards. Would love more of that kind of intensity from him.
Brunson against Morris. Pass to Kleba. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. Green with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 12. Stops. Pops. It's rebounded by Dallas. Finney-Smith's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Brunson, good.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Now here's Rivers. Bull can't hit. Passes to Brunson. No good. Shot missing. And the Nuggets going the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Bull, the pass to Rivers. And finished off by Rivers.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Brunson. Denver getting their last shot to go. Now, Kleba. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Morris looking over the floor. Jacks up a 3. That one's not going to go. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Denver on top. They lead by 12. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. And it's Doncic in at the 3 slot. Bucket is good.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Denver leading by 10. The pass to Murray. From past the arc. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Got to give respect to the range of Murray. He can nail it from distance.
Pass to Doncic. Five to shoot. Launches a 3. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Gordon finds Jokic. Morris with the ball. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Richardson. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Now here's Brunson. Jokic with the steal. Right side, Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Outside Hardaway. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Porzingis inside. Jokic defending. Porzingis kicks to Brunson. Dallas again missing.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Near the 3-point line, it's Gordon. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Gordon's got his first basket.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
Doncic finds Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Here's Kleba. Hardaway trying to free himself up. Kleba, no good. The Nuggets leading by 17. Gordon, the pass to Porter. Back to Gordon. Denver passing it around. Over to the wing. Back to Murray. Shoots over Brunson. Millsap kicks to Murray. His three-pointers off the mark. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Offensive rebound.
Always good to see the young fella Porter Jr. outwork the opposition on the glass that time.
Kleba inside. He's against Gordon. Here's Brunson. He gets it in there.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Denver.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Jamal Murray.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it. They've done it.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Dallas.
First free throw is good.
You know, guys, when I look at KP, I think he's got the talent to be a franchise player. As long as he stays healthy, I think he'll be a force in the league for a while.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Now here's Rivers. Pass to Bowl. Here's Dozier. Fires from the line. And the dunk by Bowl.
The towering presence that is Bowl. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Redick with the three. With the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This game may not. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it.